Y'all know who it is. So today's video, I'm gonna answer a question that I've gotten so many times, and honestly I'm tired of kind of like explaining myself like about the same topic. So I'm just gonna make a video to kind of address it. I've gotten a lot of people asking me this same question, so I'm just gonna address. Why am I not Greek? Why am I not Greek? Why you not Greek? Why you make Greek gifts and you not Greek? Why you was at college and you had so many Greek friends and you never thought about being Greek? You don't want to be Greek? You probably just ain't interested in the org, huh? You probably just wanted to be in the org and you just didn't get picked. You probably was online and you dropped. That's probably why you don't want to be Greek. Okay, so let's talk about why I chose to not be Greek in undergrad. First of all, I definitely was interested in an org, but that org did not do the things that I needed that org to do in general. So I knew that they would not be able to do the things that I would need that org to do for. Ever since I was a child, I've been interested in the same organization, and I made that decision when I was 10 years old. I didn't really know anything about Greek life or what it was until I was older. Like I want to say maybe 8th grade-ish, high school. But I knew when I was 10 years old what org I wanted to be a part of. I had an aunt who was a part of a particular organization, and when I was 10 years old, she died. She had a funeral, and there were a lot of people who showed up to her funeral just for them to say goodbye. Now, within this funeral, there was like this additional like ceremony, I'll call it, like a passage or like a funeral procession, send off type of thing. And it was all these ladies, they were dressed all in the same color. And I don't know if y'all know, but like at my church, we have these stairs that come from like the balcony area down to the main floor. And they all came down the stairs. They was all holding candles. They was like singing this song or whatever. And it was just like this really, they created this really intimate space just for her. Just for them and her. For all of them together. And I didn't know who these people were. I didn't know what they was doing. But it was like a miniature funeral ceremony within her funeral ceremony that was already going on. And I didn't know that much about them. I didn't ask that many questions. Again, I was 10 years old and I was still angry that she died and that God took her and I didn't get to say goodbye. So I was still angry and still trying to deal with my anger in a 10-year-old's coping mechanism mindset area. And I didn't know what was going on, like I said, but I just felt that if this many people cared about her and this many people felt it important enough to have this type of like send off or type of like funeral procession for someone who is a member of their organization, she must have done some pretty good things in order for people to care about her like that. And as a young person, it just made a very big impact on me. It made a very big impression on what Greek life should be. Granted, every chapter is different, but that just really stuck with me. And from there on, I was like, I don't know what this is, but when I'm old enough to figure it out, whatever organization she in, I need to be in it. Because whatever she doing, I need to follow in her footsteps. And whatever is going on in that organization, I need to be a part of it because this was amazing. And even if I didn't know things about what my auntie was like when she was in college, I knew that those would be the people to tell me. I knew that she was loved. I knew that she was cared about. And just for that many people to show up to make sure that, you know, her journey to the afterlife and her transition and her family would be okay, that made a great mark on me. So I knew from there, I was like, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I need to be a part of it. Later on, I found out what org she was a part of, and I was just like, okay, so you know, that's what I need to be with. Now, as I got older, I did my research, and I was like, well, knowing about all the orgs, this sounds like it would be something that would be more fitting to me anyway. So I can see why, you know, she would join this organization. I mean, her and I were a lot alike. So, I mean, like minds do like things, if that makes sense. Anywho, when I got to college, I never told anybody. I never had nobody give me the Greek talk that I have given y'all. Like, I have a video about, you know, so you want to be Greek. Go ahead and look at that. It's a Burning Sands review as well, and that's definitely a resource. But I didn't have nobody to tell me about Greek life for real. I kind of found out about it on my own, and I just knew that I wasn't supposed to talk about it for real, for real. That was all I really knew. And so I read books. I started, you know, opening my ears a little bit more. I had some cousins who, in my year off from school, they were Greek. Like, my male cousin and his wife, they were both Greek. And then their daughter was an interest, and, you know, she was a legacy or whatever. Both their kids are legacy. So, you know, just being around them, it was certain stuff that I picked up, you know, whatever. So I'm like, okay, this is something I need to shut up about. So I never said anything. I was on campus. I would observe all the different orgs. I was approached and asked if I wanted to be in a Greek letter organization. I was asked if I wanted to be in an auxiliary one time. And just things of that nature. And to be honest with you, I love my Greek friends that I have. And some people might think it's some shade. Some people might think it's not shade. Don't really give a fuck. This is my opinion. This is how I feel. I didn't join the org that I didn't join any Greek letter organization on campus because it just was not something that I saw as like a priority. They're like, oh, well, you can join and have a great network. Okay, I can have a great network by myself, and I don't have to be in an organization. Well, we do a lot of community service. Okay, I do a lot of community service too, and I don't have to pay thousands of dollars to be in an organization to do community service. I'm not Greek right now, and I have more than 1,700 hours of documented community service just from 2015 to 2016 alone. And I know plenty of Greeks who join organizations and they don't have no community service at all. They're like, oh, well, it would be a great way for you to network and get a job. I got a job and I didn't network. I networked to do that, but it wasn't because I was in a Greek letter organization. So just from like a general standpoint, I didn't see the benefit of joining a Greek letter organization or getting anything out of being Greek that I couldn't get on my own without being Greek. The only difference I really saw was like, all right, I'm going to get a jacket with some letters on it, and I'm going to be able to dance in a line with other people who know this dance. Well, you're going to be looked at as a leader on campus. Already was doing that. Well, people are going to look up to you. Already got that too. Like, I just didn't really see the benefit. Now, don't get me wrong, there were some great organizations that were there on campus, but I didn't see how me joining an organization would be beneficial to me getting to know the people in that organization. I just didn't see the point of that. There are some people who are like, well, you learn a lot of stuff from being online, and you know, if you made, then that's one thing. If you paper, that's another thing. That whole paper and made shit to me is some trash. Some people get so wrapped up in being made and being paper. Y'all, like, some of y'all made people might as well be paper because y'all don't do no fucking work. It's no way that you joined this organization and you claim you learned all this stuff while you was online, but your org only had 2 fucking programs in a whole semester. How? It's 16 weeks, 18 weeks in a semester. And y'all ain't had no programs. How does that work? Like, what did you join this organization for? Because when you get out of undergrad, all of that stroll off and step show shit is really not gonna matter. It's really not going to matter. Are you adding value to your organization or like, what are you putting into your organization that is taking them to the next level? Like, that makes me wonder, like, why do people join Greek life? It's like, oh, some people join because they're like, I want sisters. I've never had sisters before. I want brothers. I never had brothers before. But then y'all get in these organizations and y'all be like, I don't know them. Fuck them. They made me mad. Like, you know, like that. Like, some people be so unsisterly. Some people be so unbrotherly. I don't get that. I have the friends that I have because I'm a great person on my own. Me being in an organization is not going to change that. I also don't understand why people get in organizations and think that they on a pedestal. Like, no, my nigga, we eat, breathe, and shit the same. So where in your mind does it translate that because you're Greek, you're better than me? And some people act like that, like, oh, we don't hang out with GDIs. Bitch, you should, because you need to get a grip. You need to get a grip. Some people, I've had quite a few situations where, you know, orgs will be like in the clubs. They'll, you know, this whole like don't break my line thing. I get that, but some people get in these orgs and just think that they a fucking gang, and it's like, no, you're not a gang, actually. And to be quite honest with you, some of us non-Greek people could give a fuck less about your line sisters or your line brothers. They ain't stopped making friends when they made yours, and we got friends too. So, you know, I just didn't see the point of getting so involved in that. Some people become Greek, and that's all they do with their life, is just be Greek. And I don't feel that that was the intent of the Greek organizations when they were formed. A lot of people join Greek organizations and they go on to be great, which you should want to be great outside of an organization. But I just didn't see how the org I was interested in would be beneficial to me on a larger scale. I just didn't see that. I didn't see how me being in that organization would allow me to do anything that I wanted to do that I wasn't already doing. So I didn't really see the benefit of that. Now, retroactively, it would have been something nice to do. But as of right now, I just didn't see the point. I didn't see the point of that when I was in undergrad. And that was just where I was at. So that's mostly why I was not Greek in undergrad. I didn't feel that I needed to put in time and work and effort to try to change the way that an org was looked at, or try to change what was already there that I didn't like. At the end of the day, I ain't come to college for that shit. I came to college to get a degree. I came to college to better myself, to learn new stuff, to be around new people. I have friends that are Greek. And there are some good things, there are some bad, there's a lot of good things, actually, but I just didn't see those things being so much of a priority to me that I needed to devote that much of my time to that organization. So, I hope this video has been very thorough. I hope that I've answered everything. If I've ruffled some feathers, you will be alright. You will. But I'm not going to say I hope I stop getting the question, but now at least with this video I can say there's a video for that, so I can send people to watch this video. But hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, anything else you want me to answer, any videos you want me to do, comment below, write on my Instagram. Keep up with me. I'm Customized Key. Thanks for tuning in. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.